Here are the instructions for the personal ethical decision-making paper. There are 50 possible points for this assignment. Assignment overview. Choose an ethical dilemma that connects to you personally, or even better, is one in which you have been involved. The purpose of using a situation from your life is to overlay that decision with the ethical decision-making model that best suits your decision-making in that situation. Another purpose is to help you apply an ethical framework to future ethical issues. Be sure to refer to a framework for thinking ethically or the right versus right papers to choose an ethical framework for this paper. Use an ethical decision-making model to describe your decision-making process. Required content for this assignment. 1. Complete a minimum of 2 pages, no more than 4 pages total, double-spaced reflection essay. When writing your paper, please include answers to all of these prompts. A. Write a short description of the dilemma scenario and how it connects to you personally. If possible, describe something in which you were involved. B. Identify the ethical framework, for example, utilitarian, common good, rights approach, fairness or justice, virtue approach, or right versus right, that best describes your perspective of that situation. Describe the framework, name the framework. C. Using one of the ethical decision-making models, for example, a framework for making ethical decisions, 12 questions model, Josephson's model, Department of Defense model, and making ethical decisions a 7-step path, describe how you made a decision to resolve the ethical issue. Be sure to describe 2 key steps that helped you come to this decision. You are not required to list all of the steps in your chosen decision-making model, just 2 key steps that were important to you. You must also name the ethical decision-making model that you are going to use. D. Provide one argument against your decision by providing another person's perspective about this ethical dilemma or issue. Name and describe an ethical framework. Again, examples are utilitarian, common good, rights approach, fairness or justice, virtue approach, or right versus right, that a person might use that is different from what you chose and that supports a potential objection to your own reasoning. E. Write a paragraph about how or when you might use an ethical framework in your personal, future, and professional life. Tell me which ethical framework you might utilize. Extra credit. Paste a link to a copy of a professional ethical code related to your major or chosen career at the bottom of your reflection paper. That's for 5 points. How to complete this assignment. As with any written assignment in this class, how you write is very important, and appropriate grammar is part of how good writing is measured. You must use paragraphs. Not using paragraphs will result in a loss of points. 2. This assignment should be typed using the 12-point font, double-spaced, and with standard 1-inch margins. List your name, class, assignment, name, and date at the top left-hand side of the first page. 3. This assignment must be saved as a Word doc and uploaded to the Ethical Decision-Making Assignment section in Blackboard. Grading. This assignment will be graded based on the rubric provided within the written instructions.